All right, and now a person who I'm sure many of you know, Jody Underwood from the School District Governance Association. Whenever we talk about schools, I just want to throw this out there. Schools are the battleground. You hear the progressive candidates on the Democratic ticket, they're all progressives, they're all statists. But what are they talking about? They're talking about universal pre-K. It's not enough that they get your kids in grade school and in high school. They want your kids from the earliest age, 18 months old, 24 months old, they want your kids. That is a battleground. That's a battleground you're going to see heating up. We have got to make sure that our school systems have a degree of integrity.
Thank you, Keith. Yeah, the battleground goes beyond that. So I'm going to start with a tale of 4 towns. So the first is Claremont. In Claremont, and I don't know if you know these things, and I am going to talk about school districts here. Claremont forgot to file for some federal funding that could help support their kids. They claim to be, and they are, a property poor town, and they can't afford to educate their kids. But this particular case, forgetting to file for these funds, not once, but twice, 2 years in a row, that is nothing but incompetence. The second town I'm going to talk about is Newport. And Newport, actually, along with Claremont, backing up a second, the state did an audit under Frank Edelblue. They decided to do an audit of all the school districts in the state to see how well they were keeping to their federal funding agreements. Like when you get federal funds, you have to do certain things. Well, Newport and Claremont are 2 of the top 5 towns that are mishandling money. And in some cases, one of the ways in which they're mishandling is they're reporting spending beyond what they've actually spent. So they're stealing is really what they're doing. And so this is just a case of dishonesty. The third one is my town of Croydon. We had a superintendent over the last year and a half. She's no longer with us. We got her to leave. She was just going above budget line items, and it's like, and we only found this out after she left because there were so many other things she was doing badly. But I looked at that and I was like, why is this happening? I mean, I think of me, I've been on the school board since 2010. I try to pay attention to everything, but what I realized was for each bill, each manifest check that we have to sign, we're not getting the current balance for that line item. So we don't know from month to month if they're actually overspending things. Well, guess what? Now we're getting that, or at least I'm trying to, and I'm going to. But my business administrator wasn't giving it to us. Why is that? All right, that's town 3. The 4th town is Concord. Now and this is in a slightly different angle. You've probably heard of this sex abuse case of this teacher that recently got, I'm not even sure he's been dismissed yet, but actually I think he has. And what happened as a result of this? They called for a citizen oversight group to see what's going on. Wait a second. Citizen oversight group. Isn't that another word for school board? Isn't that the role of school board for all of these cases? To pay attention to those line items, to those expenditures, to what superintendents are doing and all of their business and so on, all their staff the whole way down, as well as paying attention to the kids, to the students. If they're not listening to them, I mean, there was more than one complaint about this guy. The kids are irrelevant, the teachers are more important. What is school, a jobs program? So school boards, yes. Well, if we had our way, it wouldn't be, right? So school boards are the important thing, and the School District Governance Association our mission is to help school board members discover their actual powers, what they're supposed to do. So the School Boards Association, the NHSBA, they train school board members to go along to get along and to listen to their superintendents, basically to rubber stamp everything. But what do we need them for if that's what it is? If you're voting for school board members and you don't know what they're doing, I mean, I don't know how to do this, but don't vote anybody in. Let there be an empty seat. Yeah, but then they get to appoint somebody and that doesn't work. So what do we do? So what we're trying to do is educate them. and get people that are paying attention to budget, because, I mean, face it, guys, budget, your property taxes, the vast majority of that money goes to your schools. If you all, every one of you needs to do something about this. All right, everybody here has been talking about running for office at the state level, at the national level, but your local taxes, this is what hits you in the pocketbook. And you have to pay attention. Go to your school board meetings, ask questions, ask the hard questions, and don't stop. Don't take no for an answer. And run for school board. Get your friends to run for school board. You're the guys that need to get people to do that. So, I have a table over here. Join our organization. We need numbers, we need money, we need all of that. I wish I had a date for this, but we're gonna have a fundraiser in September, and it's gonna be a shoot, and we'll advertise it widely. Hopefully we'll get a lot of people coming to that. Yeah, schools and shoots, oh my God, how can you do that? All right, but we're doing it. So there we have it. Thank you very much.
And if anybody has a chance to go around and see the presentation that Volinsky is doing right now about school funding, can somebody remind me, what is his nickname?
Comrade Volinsky!
There's another one, little something, what is it, little?
Little Andre.
It's not what I know it is, so.
Croc TV.